Okay, the last two questions. One is from a group in Tauranga. It's very, very close to a group in four other North Island towns, and they come from property investors associations. How are realtors to protect their clients without periodic testing and ensure that house insurance obligations, meaning that house insurance still holds at 1.5, and even if it's okay at 15 and it's found to be contaminated beyond that level, they still want it remediated down to 1.5?
Correct.
Which is obviously more expensive if it's coming from a higher level than it is if it's coming from a lower level. So how are realtors to protect their clients without periodic testing and ensure that house insurance obligations are met without regular testing of properties?
Well, they can't.
Okay.
They can't. It is imperative to periodically test.
How much is an average test? Like how much are these people going to have to lay out?
There's several different types of testing out there.
If you had periodic testing,
Yep.
like if you were doing it regularly, is that expensive?
No, it's between $200 and $300.
It's nothing.
It's nothing.
Okay, 7. Why have realtors and investors been led to believe by Gluckman and Phil Twyford that they do not need to test regularly for meth contamination and usage as this affects neighbourhoods and possible rent arrears, issues, etc., deterioration of value of communities, of streets, due to addiction, escalation, which leaves them open to significant financial and professional losses, not to mention what happens to the communities? So basically the question is, why do you think that Peter Gluckman and Phil Twyford have actually told people on TV1 News that you don't need to periodically test, that the catalyst for testing should be police intervention?
Police intervention, that's an interesting one. The police do a hell of a job. They do the best they can with the resources available. They find less than 1% of laboratories.
So for every rat you see.
Yes.
Okay. Now just to close, the quote from Dr. Kim, dated August 20th, 2018, which we do have the original from, which was sourced under the Official Informations Act. I am quite limited in terms of how much time I can devote to inquiries about meth because of teaching and lab running commitments, and don't actually carry out research on it. How did that make you feel?
Not good. He peer-reviewed the 2010 guidelines.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what he says there, proves that he doesn't really know.
Yeah, this is the email that we received directly from him.
That shows that he doesn't know.
So why do you think that the Labor government would put him on any standards authority?
I have no idea. That just doesn't seem right.
It's kind of like asking someone who's never driven a car to be a driving instructor, isn't it?
That's dead right.
Okay.
I mean, people need people behind the science involved in methamphetamine.
We're ignored. We've looked at
Totally ignored.
Yeah.
And these people are specialists. That's what they
the phrase is Dr. Jackie Wright contributed science. She specialises in methamphetamine in her PhD case studies, as does Chloe Barker, and their reports in the field, as well as scientists who work at the ESR New Zealand, both agree with the level staying at 1.5 micrograms per 100 centimetres squared and lower, as do all other OECD countries. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.